Hello, hello. Welcome to episode 92 of the Lorethrough, and we're going to continue with Volcano Manor. My script here is a little less strong, I will say, but we will go about it all the same. So let's talk with Lady Tanith now that we've collected our assassination contract from her, though we haven't accomplished it yet.
Did you read the letter left for you? That is the task the Volcano Manor desires you enact. You will be compensated once the deed is done. Good luck. If you are loath to hunt your own kin, so be it. But you must leave this house at once. This is a war against the Erd Tree. We have no place for the meek, nor the luxury of keeping clean hands.
That last sentence specifically seems to be calling out Diallo's poor guy. But let's explore the Volcano Manor a little more, and then we will go on our assassination contract and put down Old Knight Istvan, even though he helped us selflessly.
Well, you joined the manor, huh? I don't believe it. Didn't think you had it in you. And here I thought Raya was barking up the wrong tree. All good, though. We're on the same side now. We'll do good work together.
This man kicked us off a cliff. This man had us get eaten by an abductor virgin on our hopes of getting to the base of the Erd Tree. This man attacked us when we took his clothes. That one's a little more justified. This man traps us by a chest, luring us with goods, also our fault. So, maybe we are even now.
Oh, and of course, we can do business if you like. Patch's Emporium at the
Oh, of
Volcano Manor.
course.
Especially for you.
Alright, so let's ask him about himself.
Are you surprised that I belong to the Volcano Manor? I always hated the gibberish about lost grace and the laughable two fingers. I thought I could lend a hand in unmasking the charade. Not to mention, Tanith has always made me curious. I guess her master must really be something, because she's pretty damn smug about it. Even after announcing her blasphemous ambitions, she still stands proud. I've never seen a woman quite like her.
Patches seems a little different in this game versus the other Souls games. He seems to be a little attached. He originally directed us towards helping Raya, right? When she was robbed by Blackguard Bogart, right? Big Bogart. And now he seems to have some sort of admiration for Lady Tanith. Now, it is very consistent for Patches to oppose any sort of organized religion and greed, especially the combination of the two. But here he seems to have, well, I guess I've already said it, an admiration for Lady Tanith and, by extension, Raya.
Forgot something on your shopping list? No trouble to me.
And now we can buy infinite fan daggers. I don't know how long we've been able to do that. I think we could only buy like 20 before. So we'll get a slew of those. Why not? And yeah, he sells an S-Talk. So I think that's... He sells an S-Talk. There's a merchant in southern Liurnia, I think, that sells an S-Talk. And then if you serve as a prisoner, you could have 3 S-Talks in one playthrough. And ain't that nice? He also sells the pairing dagger. Nothing else really lore intensive at the moment.
Cheers for that.
But we will continue chatting people up. So nothing going on in here. Nothing going on in here. See if we can speak with Diallos again.
I always resent a pale complexion.
Okay, that's all he has to say.
This blasphemous path leads...
He said that last time. What about Raya?
Brave tarnished, under Lady Tanith's guidance.
Okay, she also said that. So I don't think anything will advance until we go put down Istvan, which feels bad, but we gotta do it. So he is in front of the Limgrave Coliseum. And we have to deal with him thusly. And I feel like being silly about it. So it's kind of interesting that we go to the Coliseum the first time, and we are invaded by Recusant Henricus, I believe his name was. And he wore a tabard and a great helm, and he wielded a hammer, a great mace, specifically. And now we are back here as a recusant ourselves. And Old Knight Istvan's wearing fairly heavy armor. Not the heaviest, but fairly heavy. Poor Old Knight Istvan, and he's got a good amount of health. I want to see him use a specific move. Come on, buddy. That was the one, unfortunately. I believe you can parry it on the downstroke, and that's what I want to do. Can you parry two-handed curved greatsword? I feel like I'd be very bad at it. Oh, you can. Okay. I think it's colossal swords when two-handed that you can't parry so well. This is good practice. Though... Dang it, I need to be closer when he does that. Which means I have to really hang out near him. Come on, use it. Use the Ash of War. I just want to see it again. Come on, buddy. Dang it. That's hard to do on reaction. I wouldn't count on doing it reliably by any means. I just want to show it off, though. Not every day you have an enemy that knows gravitas. That is so hard to get in his face to do that. I need to stop playing. I'm going to run out of flasks just toying around. Ooh, way too early. Keeps throwing me off. Whew. Parried at nothing there. That's on me. Are you just styling on the old man because you can? Well, maybe. I mean, no human player, I hope, would fall... Oh, no. That does seem like the better way to go about it. Ooh. Okay, maybe I'll just end it, and you'll just have to believe me. Whew. I'm gonna get myself killed. Oh, that's on me. Well. I had it in the bag. You know that. You believe me, right? Right? Oh, well. It put us a good ways back. That's interesting. Also, it's... I need to use one of these. Not for the fight, of course, but... just in general. So, if you lose to an invasion, your money does end up on the ground where you died in that world. So that is one thing that's, I think, supposed to slow down the tide of invaders. I don't think it worked so well. Well, maybe we'll get lucky this time. Yeah, it's probably overkill. Come on, do gravitas. I'm determined. I just want to see it, old man. Show me the gravitas. Don't make me do this. Don't make me do this. Oh, God. Finally flubbed the timing. Whew. Haha! That was gravitas right there. That plunge. There we go. Thank you for putting up with that. This shouldn't have taken 10 minutes to get to. Oh. Poor old Knight Istvan. But the best part about him is his set of armor that we get. If you're looking for armor sets, the Volcano Manor questline is the way to go. In fact, I think I'm going to upgrade now, because they're relatively lightweight and offer more poise, and they'll look nice. Yep. See? They blend in fairly well with the set. Heck. Maybe it's a little too ornate for our boy here. Honestly, the Gelmir Knight set would probably be better. Even then, they feel too nice. Honestly, I feel like the scale armor and the Vagabond set fit him very well for now. We'll go with that. So let's go back to Volcano Manor and see what they have to say. I think everyone's dialogue will change a bit since our first success. Okay, Tanith first, why not?
You've completed your task. I am pleased. Now you are a recusant true, and a full-fledged member of the Volcano Manor. This is your reward, as promised.
Magma shot.
Never forget that the recusant fights to tread the path of the champion. The way is tainted, but for this very reason, it is the true path to valor.
So, they are morally justified in their own minds.
Now you are a recusant. I am pleased.
She's pleased to have us on her side. Okay, very simple. Let's look at that new sorcery. So we already had Roiling Magma, now we have Magma Shot, the smaller version. One of the sorceries developed from the magma of Mount Gelmir fires a lump of magma that explodes on contact, charging enhances potency. And it has the same end description as the Roiling Magma. Let's see if Patches has anything different to say.
Ah, hello. What impeccable timing. This is for you.
Ooh, it's a letter to Patches, and he says it's for us. So right off the get-go, we know he's doing another con.
You're new here at the manor, but if you complete the request, you can improve your standing. Relax. We're old friends. Time's come to pass the torch, right? Go on, break a leg then.
And true to FromSoft fashion, he has to laugh maniacally in case you didn't get the subtle hints.
Hello again. Welcome. Cheers for that.
Well, let's look at the letter for him. Because why not? A written request from Volcano Manor addressed to Patches, disclosing the name of a tarnished to be hunted, Great Horned Tragoth. He can be found in the Ruin-Strewn Precipice. Find the red mark on your map for the exact location. And sure enough, the Great Horned Tragoth helped us fight the magma worm Makar on the Ruin-Strewn Precipice. He was a friend of ours.
Someone please kill him. That horrendous serpent. Praetor Rykard.
We have the ghost of a Mount Gelmir Knight.
You're tarnished. Here to put the demigods to the sword. Then please, kill the great serpent. The one that devoured Praetor Rykard. I left the serpent-slaying spear in the Lord's chamber. Worthy tarnished. Brandish the spear and run him through. The great serpent. That unspeakable monstrosity.
So he wants us to kill Praetor Rykard. I assume the other fellows here wouldn't listen to him, but now we can see him for some reason.
Praetor Rykard's ambitions, though blasphemous, marked him a worthy sovereign, but they were reduced to gluttonous depravity once he gave himself to the serpent. Whatever that thing is, it is no longer Praetor Rykard. Someone must kill him to spare him and his ambitions from further dishonor.
So, a vengeful spirit. And he says that he left a serpent-slaying spear in the chamber where Rykard is. We don't know where that is just yet.
Worthy tarnished, it is the only thing that can kill that horror. Run it through.
Alright. He says more or less the same thing. Still very interesting. Oh. And we have another letter for us. Riley the Idol is the tarnished to be hunted. He can be found in the Altus Plateau. So we have a few assassination contracts. Let's talk with Raya.
Have you ever heard any strange sounds here at the manor? Something beyond the walls? Like breathing or slithering scales?
No, just vengeful ghosts.
Oh, fie, what am I saying? It just isn't possible. I must be tired. Sometimes I hear strange sounds beyond the walls, like breathing or slithering scales. Oh, perhaps I'm just feeling tired.
So that's our hint. We already found the illusory wall that leads outside Volcano Manor, but if we hadn't discovered that already, that would be our great hint to look around and try to hear some sort of slithering in. Well, there's our slithering snake snail. Let's talk to Bernal and Dialos next, before we go do our other assassination contracts.
So, you've bloodied your sword in the hunt. Then I shall introduce myself once more. Bernal, a recusant just like you. Recusants have particular battle arts, styled to our methods of slaughter. Why not add some to your repertoire?
Why not? And sure enough, Assassin's Gambit, an Ash of War that grants an armament the occult affinity and the following skill. A skill that masks the user's presence at the cost of a self-inflicted wound. Grants near invisibility and silences footsteps. Usable on small and medium straight swords and thrusting swords. So if you combine this with Hidden Body, the sorcery, if somebody isn't already locked onto you, for the brief duration that those spells are overlapping, which will probably be like 20 or 30 seconds tops, unless you have a talisman that'll upgrade that, they can't lock onto you. They have to free cam fight you, which can be horrible for them. But it only lasts for a little bit, and then you'd have to reapply it. So it might give you a head start in an engagement, but it shouldn't be all you use to win. But still neat nonetheless. I don't know what it does to PvE. I should probably test that out. And then for this one, this is like Earthshaker, but lava flavored. I don't think it has a follow-up spin, though. So maybe it's a little different. Skill of the knights who serve at Volcano Manor. Slam armament into the ground, spawning roiling lava, which spouts up upon release. Usable on large and colossal swords, axes, and hammers. I wonder if you can put it on great hammers and great axes, if that's... I think that's what it means by large. Probably. We'll grab that as well.
You've come to understand now, eh? To take power and make it his own, the recusant must hunt his own kind. To raise the flag of revolt against this sanctified pillaging, we recusants must become the most wretched of predators. All you can do is laugh.
So he seems to see great mockery in both sides of it, though he has picked his side. Which is funny, because he used to be for the other side. He seems to laugh at all of it. He almost seems neutral, but we know he's out there bludgeoning people with his big old serpent mace. let's talk with Diallo, see how he's doing.
I always resented the pale. That won't be the They'll be darkened. The
All right.
tale of house.
That's all he has to say. So let's put Eruption on a weapon. And I feel like the heavy greatsword would be a good pick. Could put it on a smaller weapon or hammer, or axe or hammer. I don't think I have any axes currently. Well, none that aren't for later. We will do the greatsword. Why not? Can I still? I can still light roll. Good. Or medium roll. So Ashes of War, greatsword, and we will go down to Eruption, which we could put flame art on this sucker, or fire or flame art, but we'll stick with heavy. And so we can fight Riley over here, or the Great Horned Troggoth over here. We're going to do the Troggoth first, because I do want his armor set, since you tend to get armor sets from a lot of the characters that you deal with. Oh, Great Horned Troggoth, I am so very sorry. He's been a buddy to us, right? He helped us with Radon. He helped us with Magma Worm Makar. He helped us with the Draconic Tree Sentinel outside Lane Dell. He's helped us 3 kinds, he's given us a casual greeting, and he just seems to thrive off of helping others, more so than Old Knight Istvan. Really seems like a shame to have to put him down. Good thing this is not canon. Otherwise my feelings would be hurt. There he is. And he is not one to shirk his duty. Oh. 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 This is too heavy. I don't have the Great Rune active. I really need to up my I'm sorry, good friend. I had to take off my gloves. It's too heavy otherwise. There we go. So we killed the Great Horned Troggoth, and we don't feel very good about it. But we also get his armor, which at this point in the game is the heaviest set of armor in the game, offering the most poise per piece of equipment. The DLC might change that. I doubt it. I really hope they don't. I'm fine if they include more really heavy armors, just don't have something that beats out the Troggoth set. 133 poise when you wear the whole set plus the Bullgoat Talisman is already ridiculous, but let's read its description. In fact, we probably should have read the description for Old Knight Istvan's set first, so let's do that. Good thing I remembered. Goodness, I am miserable at this. Okay. Helm worn by Old Knight Istvan. The corroded metal is reinforced with rock-hard scales, making it highly effective against non-physical attacks. Istvan is one of the few Wise and Tarnished who survived to this day, so it sounds like he's been around a while. And it sounds like all the other pieces read much the same. Okay. So let's go back to the headpieces. Great Horned Troggoth's helm, adorned with gold bullgoat motif, provides high poise. Troggoth is a famed knight of assistance. Countless Tarnished facing adversity in the lands between have survived thanks only to the Great Horned One's aid. So he was a helper, even canonically. To be fair, he's helped us 3 times before we put him down like a monster. Troggoth is a famed knight of... it says the same thing. Same thing. Same thing. But a lot of people like to wear the legs because they seem like the most... or the least obtrusive part of the set. As you can tell by the icons, they kind of have a lot going on. They make you kind of big. But the legs are kind of the least so. And they provide a lot of poise. Heck, if we were to switch over to the Bullgoat Talisman, yeah, we can have 83 poise with this setup, and it's not that heavy. It's not too bad. I mean, we couldn't wield any of our big stuff, so we won't yet. Can I wield the... I want to know, can I wield the greatsword? I can, but I probably can't get in the staff as well. No, not at all. So we'll probably stick with the scaled for now. Because that lets us wield more of our things that we like to have. But it is worth noting that when we go to invade a world, it's too heavy. So we probably won't use that again, but we'll leave Eruption on there in case we need fire real bad. Okay, and now let's go kill Riley. I think the quickest way to him is from the Bridge of Iniquity and jumping down the Spirit Torrents, or the, sorry, Torrent uses them, they are Spirit Springs. So let's go fight Riley, who I think, unlike the other assassination contracts thus far, I don't think he drops anything that... I think the stuff he uses we don't get, and we find his stuff elsewhere, all over the world of the lands between. Oh, there it is. It's like, where is that spirit spring? And here he is. So we have to Riley the Idol. Guess it means he doesn't do a lot. Makes me wonder if he's also been in the lands between Legisvan, but not up to nearly as much good. And he's already upon us. He's kind of fast. And he has a rot knife. Ooh. What am I getting stuck on? Oh, there's a barrier. And there he goes. But he's wearing a Confessor outfit. He has the Black Key crossbow. Or the Corpus crossbow. And then he had a dagger that does rot, and it kind of looked like a barbed stinger from like a scorpion. We haven't seen its like before. And we get the Crepice's vial and some Black Key bolts. We don't actually get any of his armor or weapons. But the Black Key bolts, I think we found some before. Yeah. They're the ones that do Scarlet Rot. Kind of mean. Bolts used in Crepice's Black Key crossbow, an assassin tool of exquisite craftsmanship. The intricate spiral tip bores deep, injecting scarlet rot far into the flesh of its target. Yucky, yucky. And the Crepice vial. Small mysterious bottle with a dark mist sealed within. Eliminates all sound made by the wearer during movement. A ritual implement used by Round Table Hold assassins. There was a time when Tarnished, who had strayed from guidance, feared nothing more than utter silence. So if you wear this, you don't make movement, or you don't make sounds during movement. The useful part of that is while you are sneaking behind PvE, they're less likely to notice you. They only rely on sight, not on noise. So you can jump off of stuff, you can roll around, you won't make noise. So it's easier to get behind stuff. Because some enemies you may notice when you get too close from behind them, especially if you're sprinting at them, they just notice you off really fast.
Hello again. Welcome to Patch's Emporium.
And we can tell them the request is done.
You hunted down Tragoth? Are you certain? No, it's quite all right. Fine work indeed. I'll give Tanith the news. Have some rest, by all means.
So, given his surprise nature, it seems he did indeed doubt we could handle the Grey Horn Tragoth. And to be fair, somebody that well armored, that would be tough. They would be hard to kill in the lore of the game. But we were able to handle him. We just had to strip off our gloves really fast mid-fight.
Forgot something on your shopping list? No trouble to me.
Stingy little beggar, because we didn't buy anything. But I think if we rezone and talk to him, we'll have more dialogues. Don't worry, we will do that.
I see you've performed another task for us. Here is your usual reward. Please, take it.
So for killing Riley the Idol, we get the Serpent Bone Blade. We'll read its description in a moment.
Now, perhaps the time has come to tell you of the true ruler of this manor, Lord Rykard. The Erd Tree blessed the Tarnished with grace, but it was all too meager in the face of the enormity of their task. The Tarnished were forced to scavenge, squabbling for crumbs, like the Shard Bearers vying for power in the wake of the Shattering. Our Lord, indignant, has refused to scurry about, fighting over what miserly scraps they allow us. If the Erd Tree, and indeed the very gods, would debase us so, then we are willing to raise the banner of resistance, even if it means heresy. We at the Volcano Manor, under Lord Rykard, have sworn no rest until it is done. If you follow this heroic path, one day the Lord will see you. The Lord's visits with our champions are always a spectacle. It cannot come a day too soon. If you follow this heroic, it cannot...
So, she says if we continue down this path, we will one day see the Lord Rykard. I'm looking around for something because I remembered. Details. Banners. Okay. Nothing too unique here. I think it's later in Volcano Manor what I was thinking of, so don't you mind me none. Let's talk to the other denizens of Volcano Manor and try to close up the episode really fast. I think next time we'll be able to do the actual dungeon associated with the area. Raya is missing. We have a red letter. Red letter media, maybe. Oh, it's in the last tab. I always get that confused. There it is. A request from Volcano Manor disclosing the name of a Tarnished to be hunted. As the final request, the letter is vivid red. Juno Hoslow, Knight of Blood. He can be found in the mountaintop of the Giants. Find the red mark on your map to the exact location. Mountaintop of the Giants? What Tarnished could have gotten to the mountaintop of the Giants? That's really far out of the way, see? Juno Hoslow? House Hoslow is a... That's Dialos's house. Let's see how he's doing. He looks like he's having a rough time.
Ah, it's you, is it? I'm terribly sorry, but would you mind giving me some time to myself? I haven't achieved anything at all thus far. Even though I've dirtied my hands time and time again, I'm still yet to achieve anything. Perhaps I am a fool after all. No, it's worse than that. As things stand, I've given up on the path of revenge and sullied the name of my house. What an easy mark I must have been. How did it take me so long to realize, honestly? There's just no end to my foolishness, is there?
So, he seems to be coming to grips with the concept that, like I laid out earlier, that he's like a rose petal being pushed to and fro in every wind or carried along a stream against his will. He has no will of his own. He's simply an object to others, not an agent unto himself.
Perhaps I am a fool after all. No, it's worse than that. What an easy mark.
So, he needs time to deal with this. Let's talk to Bernal.
Look at you. A recusant through and through. I knew you had it in you. Take this.
Letter to Bernal.
A special invitation to hunt some of the first Tarnished who sat at the Round Table Hold. If you should accept, I'll next see you on the field of battle. You're still alive, I see. Well, until we meet again.
So he also gives us a letter. And it's the letter to Bernal. And he is told to handle two Tarnished. Varagram, the Raging Wolf, and Errant Sorcerer Wilhelm. And we found the Errant Sorcerer set in the Hermit Village on Mount Gelmir. Both men can be found in the royal capital of Leyndell. Find the red mark on your map for the exact location. And sure enough, they're in the city somewhere. Doesn't give us an exact location, does it? Yep. So it's just in the royal capital of Leyndell. So it seems that he, unlike Patches, is not trying to obfuscate his duty, but even the odds. He wants us to participate in a 2-on-2 fight, which is neat. Okay. There's a serpent in this room. It is wearing a little green shawl. It's not hostile. We can't lock onto it. Its gaze even follows us. And we can talk to it.
Brave Tarnished, what is your business here? I'm afraid this is not a guest room. What's that peculiar look upon your face? Goodness, am I still a serpent? Oh, how dreadful. How dreadful indeed. Oh, forgive my distress. I ought to be thanking you for treating me as usual, despite this appearance. Brave Tarnished, this is my true form. My real name is Zarias. Please forgive the deception. Do understand. This duplicity is my own doing. Lady Tanith speaks no falsehoods. And the Volcano Manor is just as it seems.
I think she's ignorant. I don't think she knows what's going on here. I think like a little child who's been raised in the confines of these walls, she's believing in the fantasy because she knows no other way to think. So let's speak with her again.
Lady Tanith is my mother. I am told I was born by the grace of a glorious king, that my mother cherishes this form I inhabit. I am proud of what I am, but people are cruel. If they saw my true form, they wouldn't speak to me, and so I assume a guise when seeking new recruits. But you are not like the rest. My serpentine form and the name Zarias were secrets, known only to Lady Tanith and I. Now I share the secrets with you as well. Please keep them safe from anyone else.
So she seems willing to trust us an awful lot. The fact she is a serpent and not, in fact, a small woman with a hunched back. In fact, that hunching seems to be indicative of her serpentine form, though it's much larger than she was when she was tarnished-shaped.
My serpentine was secret. Now I share these.
Okay, so that's all she has to say for now. And can we chat? I think we need a rezone. So we will do that really fast, and we'll have one more chat with Patches, and I think one more chat with Lady Tanith. But we will see.
If you follow this, it cannot come.
And we can ask her about Zarias' form.
Did you see her? The girl, Raya, with her true face? Well, if she confided in you the name Zarias, then perhaps it is not my place to speak. But as her adoptive mother, I ask of you, please be kind to her. Look after young Zarias. Her true visage belies the purity of her heart. Honestly, I hardly deserve the sweet child.
So it seems she's innocent of what's going on. She seems to, Raya or Zarias, she seems to see us as a great champion, and she may not understand fully that we are murdering our kin, our ilk, the other tarnished.
Please be kind to her. Her true visage.
Okay, so that's all she has to say for now. And let's speak with Patches.
Hello again. Welcome to Patches Emporium.
So what about my reward?
Sharper than you seem, aren't you? I was just holding on to it for you, you know. Here you go. The reward for hunting Tragoth. All yours.
The Magma Whip Candlestick.
Stingy little beggar. Try to find...
He's upset that we took something from him and didn't buy anything. Alright, so let's look at those item descriptions. So first, the Serpent Bone Blade. A sinister katana modeled after a serpent bone. The densely packed row of spines that jut away from the cutting edge are coated in a lethal poison, which is kind of silly. Does that mean you have to hit them on the backstroke? Katanas aren't meant for that. It comes with double slash. You cannot change its Ash of War, but it does come with poison. It's inherently a dexterity weapon, and it does deadly poison, so if you can actually inflict poison with this weapon, it'll be a stronger variant of poison. And then there's the Magma Whip Candlestick. This ritual implement is a 3-pronged candlestick with solid flames formed around of the magma of Mount Gelmir. When wielded as a weapon, the flames become supple whips of lava. And we have a skill C of magma. Swing a molten whip overhead to temporarily cover the surrounding area in a sea of magma. Hold to continue swinging the lava whip. And it is a dex faith weapon. I think it's mostly a dex weapon with a faith requirement, but I could be wrong on that one. Okay, and is Raya still in her chamber? She has switched forms. Let's speak with her again.
Oh, it's you. Forgive me. My mind never ceases to churn of late. Well, I know I can trust you. I saw something slithering in the pitch black of night. It entered the room next to this one and never came out. If I'm not mistaken, it took the form of a serpent, just like me. Does the Volcano Manor hide some secret that Lady Tanith has kept from me? I realize that I shouldn't impose, but if you discover anything, would you please share?
And so the hints continue, and this one being the most direct of all. It's in the room next to hers.
The serpent that lurked in the shadows that night. It entered the room perhaps the manor. If you discover anything...
Okay, so that's the same thing as before. So, sure enough, last time we discovered, or one of these times, I forget when. It might have been earlier. This episode or last episode. Here is the illusory wall. And there are serpents in here. But we will explore this place next time. This eerie hallway. Where does it go? That will be a tale for next time, dear viewer. Episode 93. Oh, the telescope undoes the light. Anyways, thank you for joining me. We'll explore that next time and do the actual dungeon associated with Mount Gelmir. As for the other 2 assassination contracts, we'll have to wait till we actually get to Lanedell to do this one. And then we'll have to wait a long time till we can do this one. But thank you for joining me. Tune in next time for episode 93. I hope you have a good one, and bye-bye.